Masjid Haroon or Haroon Mosque in the capital of Thailand, in Bangkok. This is actually in the Bangkok area of Bangkok, and there's a large Muslim population in this area. I arrived at the time of the Maghrib prayer, which is when the sun's going down, and the food stalls along here were all closed. It's certainly a more sleepy part of Bangkok, or less active at night compared to many other parts of Bangkok. These food stalls were shut when I was there. I can imagine it being really busy, and it's probably a brilliant area for street food during the day, but all shut by the time of the Maghrib prayer. Certainly a different vibe from many parts of Bangkok. Having said that, this is an area of a high Muslim population, this Bangkok area. This specific area around the mosque certainly is an area of high Muslim population. But if you just read online that Bangkok has a large Muslim population, and then you book a hotel in Bangkok, be careful, because unless you're close to the mosque, unless you're close to this particular mosque, you're likely to be in other parts of Bangkok where actually the meat market that Bangkok is known for continues just like it does in Nana Plaza and so on. So that human meat market, if you get my drift. So I was a bit mistaken. I booked a hotel in Bangkok, but it was like 45 minutes walk away from this mosque, and it had the human meat market very active, very close to my hotel. So just be careful when you search for areas of Bangkok that you want to live in, if you want to stay in on your trip there as a Muslim traveler specifically. Just know that not all of Bangkok has a large Muslim population. Parts of Bangkok does. So this is the mosque, and this is some sort of downstairs hall, but the prayer hall, the main prayer hall, is up a flight of stairs. Now I am careful with my camera. I respect people. I try to get an idea about how a person feels about me filming before filming them. So some of it is really brief. This is the mosque, very beautiful. Probably didn't capture certain people in this particular video, but later on I did meet people who looked very similar to type of people you see in places like South Africa, where you have this movement called the Tabligh Jamaat Tabligh. So this movement is a movement that reminds Muslims about prayer, about their duties as Muslims. Very peaceful Muslim group that I know of from South Africa. And in the mosque here in my time, I met lots of people dressed in their garb, look very similar to them, talking the talk, probably even having studied in places like South Africa. So that was something, as a South African, to see was like quite nice. It was quite familiar territory, seeing people who appear to be affiliated with that group, the Jamaat Tabligh or Tabligh Jamaat. This is the prayer, the wudu area, the ablution area, where you wash briefly before you enter the mosque. And then as we depart the mosque, you'll see a quite quiet area. I spoke to some young people along the road. Again, they were hijabis, proper, like sort of long, not just headscarf, but quite like a long burqa. So I didn't want to film them again. Language barrier, I didn't get a good enough idea to know if they're okay with me filming. So this is a graveyard just across from the entrance of the mosque. It's quite an old graveyard. And I've just looked at the, zoomed in on the board there with the information. Haroon Mosque has been the center of Muslims' hearts in Bangkok. There, Bangkok is the area. It was built in 1828 or 190 years ago in the early reign of King Rama III. Formerly, Haroon Mosque had only one floor and was situated next to Shao Phraya River. It was rebuilt and relocated to the current location. And if you want to read a bit more, pause the video at that point. So these are some of these old graves. Remember, Muslims bury their dead, something very different from the majority of people in Thailand. So Thailand's Buddhist, and they cremate. Again, not a lot of people around, and the interactions I did have, unfortunately, I wasn't sure if I could film, so I haven't filmed interactions with people
Assalamu alaikum,
in and
brother.
around the mosque. And that particular guy, you might have heard me saying Assalamu alaikum to someone. He didn't answer me. I'm not sure if he didn't hear me or if he saw the camera and just didn't want to be on film. So that's the thing, you know, you have to, when you do things like this, when you're vlogging, you have to be respectful. So if he didn't answer because he saw the camera, then I respect that. So here I was just going down just to have a look at the area, but you know, not a lot of people around still. And I think these are homes along the sides here, people's homes. So it looks like quite a close-knit community around the mosque. So I put the camera off because the sisters there, you know, I don't worry too much about the brothers, although sometimes some brothers also don't want to be on camera, but more so the sisters. Not always. Like in Malaysia, I was surprised they actually don't mind. But I wasn't sure if these two young ladies, if they were okay with me filming or not, so I put it off. But they just directed me to the river. So there's a river very nearby. So like notice board, you got the Fitri mini festival Bangkok sign. So that's for the Eid festival. Proper Muslim community around this masjid there. Masjid Harun. And down there were houses. If it was daytime, I'd walk down there, but I didn't know if it was okay to walk down there. Barber shop. And I'm sure this is very busy during the day. There's like stalls down that road. That was on the right. I just passed. And these are just like people's houses, you know. And recurring theme, I keep on mentioning this, whether it's in Malaysia or now here in Thailand, in Bangkok specifically, that masjid is open, the mosque is open. It looks like a nice house. Look at this house. Beautiful. So the mosque is open. Between prayers, it's open. No rush. No one rushing you to leave the mosque. Cat, fierce looking. So imagine, we spoke about Malaysia. Malaysia is a Muslim country. And we, you know, praise them, you know, for the fact that they keep their mosques open. Between the prayers, they're not scared of the people chatting after the prayer and then realizing that their government is crap and then rising up against their government. And if you watch my other videos, this is what I mentioned about Malaysia, and I said, you know, at least they were confident in themselves. They're not paranoid that they'll get overthrown. But look at this now. This is Thailand, where in some regions Muslims are majority, mostly in the south, and very large concentrations in Phuket and Krabi. But overall, as a population as a percentage of the population of Thailand, Muslims make somewhere between 5 and 7% of the population of Thailand. But again, they're given the freedom to leave their mosques open. Freedom. You want to pray, you pray. You want to sit in the mosque, you sit in the mosque. That's something for maybe the mosque committees to decide, not for the government to decide, not for the government to say, oh no, you're not allowed to keep your mosque open because we're in fear of people uprising, people realizing that we're bad for the country, bad for not only for the country but also bad for the rest of the people in the world, oppressed people in the world, normalizing relations with a genocidal state, you know. So in the Middle East, some countries, not all, some countries, this is what they're scared of. I don't know what this is, probably a Buddhist temple, very colorful structure. And I'm just trying to find the river. Thai flags here. Some sort of prayer place, Buddhist prayer place. So look at that, non-Muslim country where Muslims are really only 5 to 7% of the population. Yet you have freedom of worship, you got freedom of assembly in the mosque, you got, I'm sure, much more freedom of speech as well than in majority Muslim countries. There we have it. Malaysia is a Muslim country, same thing, mosques are open, you got more freedom. Thailand, not a Muslim country, but same thing, mosques are open, government's not paranoid. No society, no country is perfect. I'm not saying they're perfect in any way. Each country will have its problems, but there's not that level of repression that the people are suffering from in so many majority Muslim countries. So I see some bright lights ahead. I'm assuming that's going to be that's a big hotel, and I assume just before it is the river. Some scary noises around here as well. I don't know if I'm walking through the temple property. Probably, yeah. I don't know if I'm allowed here. I hope no one closes the... Oh, there's parrots here. That's the loud noise. Parrots. Look at that, guys. What a surprise. Oh, there's one there as well. Really, I'm afraid of being told off for being here. Look at these magnificent parrots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's get them closer up. Look at the beautiful reds, shades of red there, and the other colors. Let's look at these guys here. Look at that yellow. Look at this one. And again, I don't know if I'm allowed here. I feel like someone's going to tell me off. Is that like a Buddhist? It's okay. I'm allowed here? No problem. I go. Hello. Look at the big, beautiful buildings here in Bangkok. There. Let's zoom out. This is the river. I'll put the name of the river. I think it's Fra something. There's a cruise. There's some boats. Oh, look at that beautiful sort of luxury cruise or ferry or whatever it is. The more colorful one at the back. Oh, so nice. What Moang Pier, and we got more parrots there. Look at that, so beautiful. And then more hotels. Hello, sawadika. Sawadika. Oh, there's more there. I don't know what's happening. I got to read up about this. Why there's so many parrots here. Oh, that was a bonus. Going to the mosque and then coming past this very colorful Buddhist temple and then heading to the water and just stumbling across, what? More than 11 parrots. What a bonus. And then some toilet seats as well. I think they're doing some renovating here. Okay. And some oldish, old style buildings there. I'm making up words here. I said oldish. So you got a statue of a chicken there, statue of a monkey, statue of, I'm not sure if it's a goat over there, maybe a dog or something. And so close to the mosque as well, you know. Again, religious tolerance. You're not getting riots, people fighting amongst themselves. And really, I pray, may God keep it that way. May God keep them peaceful. Because you know what? Whenever there's some resource found in a country, then some third force finds reasons for the people to fight amongst themselves. You know, through the media, clandestinely, through the media and through other ways. They sort of remind people about past tensions they had, maybe past battles they had a long time ago, and then they make people fight amongst themselves, people who were like just yesterday living together. So I'll say, make a prayer, may God protect this country, Thailand, and may God protect Malaysia as well, these two countries, because there are opportunities there for a third force to come in and manipulate the people. I mean, they haven't so far, or they haven't had a need to do it, but rest assured, if there's some resource, there's some reason, or maybe if Malaysia, for example, talks too much about Palestine, then these third forces could start destabilizing Malaysia. Okay, look at these tiles here on the wall. Oh, look at that. See? Even the graffiti. We happy. You see that? We happy with a unicorn. Stay happy. Stay happy, Thailand. And there looks like a hijabi lady there. And a cow. Oh, so this must be, I wonder if it's a Muslim school or something, because you got Muslim kids here. It looks like a school building. It's like a coffee shop or a restaurant. Coffee shop there. Yeah, it looks closed, but it's halal shop. So watch some videos of other people, who've been like to this mosque, Masjid Harun in Bangkok. Watch the videos where they've been around in the daytime, because I think you're gonna get a whole different angle on it. And I think also me coming at night, God works in mysterious ways. You got to see it at night. It's just a bit mysterious, the way you see those birds unexpected and so on. So yeah, thanks for watching my video. But also, I'll highly recommend someone who's been in the game for a long time, Maya Travels. I think he's been to this mosque. I'm like 98% sure that he's been to Masjid Harun during the day, and he also, just during the day people are less suspicious as well. Like I was worried earlier there. I was talking to those girls, but I put the filming, put the camera down while I spoke to them, so you didn't see all that. But it's at night. Strange guy walking around at night. Not many people around, so it's just a different atmosphere at night. So check out Maya Travels videos during the day, other people's videos during the day as well. And then from the spirituality, there's like a club vibe, yeah. So short time in Bangkok, but I always want to visit the Muslim communities in a city I go to. I always like to pray at least one prayer in the mosque. Sometimes I miss it, but Alhamdulillah, thanks to God, I made it here in Bangkok. So that's one thing off my Bangkok bucket list covered. When I saw the Muslim community prayed in the mosque, even though it was at night, still did it. Same thing in Krabi as well. Made it at least for one prayer in Aonang Mosque there. That's a very touristy area, Krabi. The one I missed is Phuket. I heard the adhan, the call to prayer from the mosque. The mosque is actually very close, but somehow Allah willed it, I didn't make it. Or maybe I shouldn't say Allah willed it, or Allah allowed it. But we got free will as well, so I should have tried harder.